What's up, guys? It's your girl Asheray, and I'm back with another video. Before we even get into the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe if you want to. I'm not pressuring nobody to subscribe, but I would love if you would subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You know, join my little family here, and never miss another video, because you know, once you hit that subscribe button, then there's a bell right next to it. You click that bell and you'll never miss a video. Like, I'm working on being more consistent, and I think like me reviewing these shows has made me be more consistent, and I'm gonna come out with other content as well. So like, you don't want to miss it. You want to be around, because the channel's about to be lit. But let's get into the video. You know, I explain all that stuff in another video. So Marriage Bootcamp episode 9, Lying Dirty. So basically, you know, this episode is the lie detector episode. The episode that everybody is waiting. Basically, like, this is the episode of all episodes, like, of the whole season. Like, they done had some explosive moments, but this is when you really find out the truth. That episode, yeah. So basically what's going on is, like, everyone is and don't mind my background either, y'all. I'm trying to find a recording spot. Like, when I'm in two different places, right? So when I'm in one place, I have a set recording spot, but when I'm in another place, I don't. So I just be trying to find the perfect spot or whatever. So anyways, I keep getting off track. I'm sorry. So everyone is talking, you know, about the Fizz and Tiffany situation, and how he, you know, basically how he said what he said last episode or whatever. And like how they're basically just wasting time in the house. And I said that already. I've been said, I was like, that like somebody else could have been there that could have actually benefited from it, instead of them wasting their time. If you both know that you're exclusively dating someone else, then why come here? Why waste these people's time when they could have been helping somebody who really wanted to be together? Like, I'm sorry, I feel like something biting me. Who really wanted to be together, instead of y'all wasting those people's time, you know. And Di was like, she felt like it was a game to them, and I was like, I don't think it's as much as a game as it is a check, basically. Honestly, that's my opinion. You know, you can let me know how you feel in the comment section below, but you know, I feel that it basically was for a check. They both knew they were seeing other people. They didn't want to really get back together. All right. So then they're called to the boot camp room, and the doctors basically told them, you know, like, you know, we're not here to save your relationships, but we are giving you the tools to help you save your relationships yourselves. And I was like, yeah, like, basically, you know, nobody can tell you, you know, this is what you need to do in your relationship, or this is what we're going to help you save. No, they can give you, and like they've been doing, they've been giving them, you know, advice, giving them strategies, giving them like these challenges and everything to help them be able to coexist in everything. Well, not coexist, but have good relationships, and you know, have good relationships, and how to get through the hard times in their relationships. So, and they told them that the tool that they were going to be given today, of course, was the lie detector test. And so basically 5 men came in. They said they were the doctors explaining how they was explaining how they were former cops or whatever, and everybody was like, oh shit, or whatever. And then they was all dressed in black, and they started joking, you know, saying that they were all like the trench coat mafia or whatever. And you know, just a little funny part or whatever. And the judge told them that, like, the day was the day that they would be able to ask those burning questions that they've had, that they wanted to ask their partner, that they really wanted the answer to. But the catch was that they could only ask one question. And you know, if you've watched Marriage if you've watched Marriage Bootcamp before, you know that's how it goes, whatever. Only difference in this one is that it's all hip-hop couples. That's it. That's the only difference. But they still kind of do the same drills and the same, you know, the whole lie detector thing and the ring ceremony and all that. Okay. Anyways, so and the judge was like, so she was like, and the judge was like, well, baby, honey, these questions might burn the house down because of everything that's been going on in the last 9 months, like 9 days, 9 months, 9 days. It actually might light this house on fire. So but then, like, even though they get to ask their own questions, there's another catch to it, and that is that if the jury of their peers feel like their question isn't genuine enough, or they feel like their question isn't real enough, the judge can overrule it and come up with another question. So basically, I'm gonna skip the part about the questions because I think I want to put the questions and the answers together, so I won't be like telling y'all the questions first and then later on telling y'all the answers to the questions, and then it don't mesh together. So I'm gonna skip over the questions right now, and then I'm gonna go back to it. I don't know, that's just the teacher in me. I'm sorry. Like, I just want it to make sense or whatever. All right, so they basically split up. You know, for the lie detector, half the couples go to their room and they take the lie detector test. The other half of the couples are sitting downstairs talking or whatever. And then, so, you know, the polygraph people are talking to them, trying to make them feel comfortable or whatever. And then the guy was like, the examiner, he asked Soldier, he was like, have you had any marijuana or alcohol in the last 24 hours? And Soldier kind of froze, right? And I think he froze because he knew that these people were like former cops or whatever. But the guy was like, you can tell me, I don't care. Like, I just need to know because it might affect the test or whatever. So he basically was like, I don't care if you've been smoking or not. I just need to know so I can know, you know, so if it affects the test or whatever. He's like, oh yeah. I was like, boy, you've been smoking on national TV for the past 9 days. Now you worried because you sit in front of a cop? Like, really? Now you worried? You weren't worried the other 9 days that you've been sitting on national TV smoking in front of cameras? Well, probably 1 million or so cops watching you smoke on camera, which I'm probably sure in the state that you're in, because they're on television, they're letting you smoke on television. I'm pretty sure it's legal. So what you freezing for? You scared? Like, I just thought that was funny to me. So anyways, you know, the other half of the people are waiting to be tested, and they're downstairs and they're talking. And Fizz basically was like how he feels that, you know, that Tiffany is seeing someone else, and he can say, you know, he can see how she's changed, how she's not, you know, that into him, and she's like, and that she's like not really, you know, connected to him or whatever, and then also that they ain't been, you know, intimate or whatever, they ain't been having sex. And so he was like, he feels like she's been talking to somebody else. So yeah, so I don't know. And I'm like, but in my opinion, I'm like, boy, why do you care? Okay, because you said yourself that you don't give a about this girl's feelings, and that you would rather protect your image than to not hurt her. You would rather protect your image and hurt her than to be like, yo, this is what it is, and, you know, spare her feelings. So why do you care when you don't really care about her? All you really care about is your own feelings. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. I just was like, boy, please, boy, stop. Like, it's not like you really care. Okay? Okay. So anyways, let's get into it. All right. So Tammy, her question was, am I woman enough for you? that was her question to Walker, and the judge was like, "Nah, we ain't taking that one." So the judge switched it, and she was like, "Can you commit to me for the rest of your life?" Basically asking, can he commit to Tammy for the rest of his life? And Walker's question was, "Do you trust me?" So basically, Tammy and Walker, Tammy answered no to her question. She said she trusts him with her life. She trusts him with her daughter. She trusts him with all this stuff, but she do not trust him to be faithful to her. I was like, dang, that's messed up. But, you know, all of his actions and everything that he did, he brought that on himself. So he can't blame nobody but himself at the end of the day. That's his fault. If he wouldn't have been messing around, toying around, you know, and he would have been faithful from the beginning, she would have trusted him. And so with Tammy's question to Walker, he answered yes, that he can commit to her for the rest of his life. Then you have Soldier and Nia. Soldier asked Nia, "Do you love me?" And the judge was like, "No, we're gonna say, do you stay with me for my money?" And I was like, "Oh," because and then they flashback. These producers so petty, right? They gonna flash back to the part where Walker asked, he was like, "Would you rather be with someone, be in a relationship, or be single with money?" And she was like, "Give me the money and I'll be single." They flash back to that, and then Nia asked Soldier, like, she said, "Are you still mad at me for having a baby with someone else?" And the judge was like, "Nah, we gonna switch that one too." And she said, "Will he propose to her within the next year?" So Nia basically said, "No, I'm not with you for your money, because she was explaining to the polygraph guy, he didn't really do nothing for her, you know, for her to feel like she should stay with him for his money." And then Soldier said that yes, he'll propose to her within a year, and they both passed. And these are all the people, and Walker and Tammy passed too with the answers that they gave. Fizz, I wanted to ask Tiffany, has she found someone else? And the judge said no. I'm going to ask both of y'all the same question. I'm going to ask both of you, are you exclusively dating another man or woman? So for Tiffany, it would be, are you exclusively dating another man? For Fizz, it would be, are you exclusively dating another woman? So Fizz said no, and he failed. But he worried about this girl so bad, but he failed. And Tiffany said yes, but she said that she's been on 3 or more dates with the guy. So that's why she said yes. And she also said that she put the guy on hold to come to Marriage Bootcamp so she could see if her and Fizz would work out, or if, you know, it was really over. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But after all the stuff he done did and said, I don't think I want to work nothing out with him. Like, that's a wrap, girl. Let it go. And apparently you already done let it go. You done been on 3 dates with this man. Like, that's probably the best person for you. After all the things that Fizz done said to you, and after all the things that he showed that he don't give a damn about you, you might as well just be with this new man and let that work out. All right, so let's move on to Jessica and Sean. Jessica said, will he ever marry me? And the judge said no. We're going to ask, will he marry you within the next year? And Sean wanted to ask her, has she ever cheated since they've been exclusive? And so basically Sean's answer to the question was, yes, I'm going to marry you within the next year. And he answered truthfully. And Jessica said no, she has never cheated since they've been exclusive. And she failed. And I was like, dang, Jessica, you pressuring this man to marry you. But since y'all have been exclusive, you know, you've been cheating. And she swore up and down she ain't cheat on him or nothing. And he said he believed her. So, hey, to each his own. Like the doctor said, like the judge said, we can only give you the information. Whatever you do with that information, that's on you. So basically, if you feel like your woman been faithful to you, you feel like she ain't cheated, by all means, if you want to stay with her, go right ahead. You know, we just providing you with the information. You know, whatever you do with it, that's on you. That's on you. So, And she was saying, I think that my opinion on this situation is that maybe their wires got crossed on when exactly they became exclusive. Maybe. I don't know. I ain't sticking up for nobody, okay? Because I don't condone cheating, because I've been through it. I've done it in the past when I was like younger. I was really young. Young and dumb and running around. Not, and then when I say cheating, I don't mean physically. Like, I wasn't sleeping with other people, but emotionally cheating. Like, and that's, to me, that's kind of worse, because you can have sex with somebody and not have a connection. But if you emotionally attach to somebody and you have a connection with that person, that's worse than, physically cheating. Anyways, so maybe they had miscommunication or whatever, but who knows? He forgave her. He said he don't believe it, so it is what it is. So, anyways, moving on. Carl and Limo. Carl asked her, "Do you trust me?" And the judge was like, "Nah, scratch that. We're gonna say, do you believe that he is currently cheating on you?" No. Do you believe that he is currently not cheating on you? So, and her question was, is he in love with another woman? And then they was like, nah, we ain't gonna ask that question. We gonna ask, was he being truthful about the FaceTime call? And that's what everybody want to know, right? That's what everybody want to know. Is he really telling the truth about that FaceTime call? So basically, Carl said, yes, he's telling the truth. He passed. I can't even say that with a straight face. Oh, sorry. He passed. Carl passed. Nah. He either... Alright, before I get into that, Lil Mo question was, does she believe that he is currently not cheating on her? And she said that, does she believe that he's currently cheating on her? And she said no. And she passed. And I was like, how? I don't understand how either one of them passed. Like, I know she feel like he cheating on her, and I know he lied about that that FaceTime call. Unless something happened and he talked to her and they came to an agreement before they took that lie detector test and they came to an understanding. That's the only way. The only way he could have passed that lie detector test. The only way. So I just feel like, nah. And then like when Carl said no to his answer was no to that question, man, and they panned around to everybody's faces. You should see everybody's faces. They was like, bro, you lying, you have been lying about that FaceTime call or whatever. So since he passed, and they was like, well, obviously you and Mo have an understanding. Would you care to talk about what you guys discussed? And he was like, no. And I was like, shit. If I was Mo, I'd say it. Like, I don't understand why I understand that's her husband, but I don't understand why she's so invested in protecting him so much when he's hurt her so much. Like, that's kind of like when you're abused. And I'm not saying he hit her, but the cheating is like, to me, is like a form of mental abuse. To me, because you like antagonizing that person. And so when you have that type of abuse, and when you're abused, you kind of cling to your abuser. Like when you say they don't understand how in domestic violence situations women don't leave because they cling to their abuser. And that's kind of what I'm looking at with Mo and Carl. Is like she's clinging to him and she still wants to protect him. And I just think that's so crazy, because he's hurt her so much, and I just don't understand. Like, there's a breaking point at some point. There has to be. You cannot continue to let a person you cannot let a person continue to hurt you over and over and over and over and keep sweeping the shit under the rug, and then then they just gonna feel like they can keep hurting you and it don't matter. That your feelings don't matter, you don't matter, and they don't give a damn about you. You gotta show a person your worth and what you're worth, what you deserve. And if they can't give you that, kick their ass to the corner. Like, point blank, period. But I digress. Anyways, So the doctor asked Dr. Ish, so since he didn't want to talk about it, Dr. Ish asked him, did he know how to did he know how to pass a lot of the test? Because nobody believes him when he said he's telling the truth about the FaceTime call. And he was like, no. And then of course these petty ass producers gonna these petty producers gonna oh god, the boy brought my train of thought. They're gonna flashback to when he was talking and he was saying, yo, da 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 about a lot of test, and he was like, no, I didn't bring that up, somebody said it to me, so I was talking to them about it, and he basically was saying he know how to pass it or whatever. But it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. She ain't gonna leave his ass. They still gonna be together. So moving on. All right. So the doctors tell them that they're gonna have a hall pass for the night. They're single for the night. If they have rings, they need to take them off and give them to the doctors. And they all went out, and the doctors explained that this was a time for them to reflect on not only the lie detector test, but everything that's been happening in the past 9 days, because they were about to make their decisions on whether or not they were going to stay together or not, whether they were going to leave the house together or not. So this was their time to relax and, excuse me. This was their time to relax and have fun and think about, their decision that they're about to make the next day. So basically they all end up at Ace of Diamonds, which is apparently Tiffany's stomping ground. She used to be a stripper there or whatever, so she felt like she was right at home. And so, but the guys and all the girls, they don't know that the other group is there. So Tiffany was like, okay, I know this place like the back of my hand. I gotta go to the bathroom. As I'm making my way to the bathroom, I see the guys, and I'm like, oh. And then she was like, so I went back and I told the girls, like, hey, the guys are here. And so, like, she over there snitching and telling the ladies that the guys are done. So these guys, they got their girls coming over, they link up or whatever. And they basically, was about to, after the girls got there or whatever, they basically ended the night. Everybody was ready to go or whatever. And then I just think Sean is so bogus. He gonna talk about some I guess he caught himself mad about the whole lie detector thing, even though he said he forgave her. He's like, oh, I'm single for the night, I'm about to turn up, da 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 da. But then when he found out Jessica was in the club, he was like, oh, I was so happy to see her because I can love on her and feel on her and rub on her, and I ain't got to tip her. I was like, really, bro? Really? He just ain't wanna. I don't know. I guess he was happy to see his bae, whatever. All right. So that's basically it. That's everything that happened in this episode. This video is kind of long, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm ready for I'm ready for the next episode, because I want to see who gonna get a ring and who not gonna get a ring. I'm ready for that part. I am so ready. So ready. But thank you for watching. I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.